Wow, thank you everyone for showing up today. It's remarkable. All right, I'm told I have to be loud. Can you hear me? First of all, it's remarkable to see, over the last 24, 48 hours, we've all been working very hard to try and do a set of things. And every step of the way, I've felt, the support of 60,000 people behind me. So thank you so much. This is something, there are some values which are really near and dear to your heart. It's foundational and something which you should never compromise on. And the thing we are debating over the past 3 days is one of them. It is the core to the founding of this company, the story of this company, from Sergey on and many, many others. We share a similar story, and we've always felt part of this place, and it's a community, and I think we need to stand together. I've spoken up strongly. Sergey participated in the protest. I'll give it to Sergey in a minute. I do feel like now I know how people who fill the stage. I know someone. Sundar, 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 Sundar. Look, anyway, I think it's really important. We spent, I see many of leads from Google here today. We spent 2 hours this morning talking about all of this. There's a lot of work which remains to be done. I think it's important we stay the course and achieve an outcome. And I think to do that, we all need to learn to communicate, to reach out and communicate to people, from across the country. And I think it's really important in anything like that, we take that extra step to reach out, to have a dialogue. And that's what leads to right outcomes too. So I think it's important we do that. But mainly, I think today is about from hearing from other voices. We have spoken up, but it's great to hear the stories. And so hopefully there'll be more, and the fight will continue. So.
Hey, thank you all very much. First of all, I've never gotten so many kudos for doing something that was so easy before. I appreciate it. I was just avoiding doing perf, and no, just kidding. I don't actually do perf. But in all seriousness, it was, so many people were obviously outraged by this order, as am I myself, being an immigrant and a refugee. And probably worth noting, all right, people are really excited about that point. I came here to the US at age 6 with my family from the Soviet Union. Which was at that time, the greatest enemy the U.S. had. Maybe it still is in some form. It was a dire period of the Cold War, and some of you probably remember it, and it was under threat of nuclear annihilation. And yet, even then, the U.S. had the courage to take me and my family in as refugees. and I'd say the risks of at the time, letting in these foreigners from, a land that might spy on you, learn the nuclear secrets, send them back, and there were many cases of espionage. Those risks are far greater than the terrorism risks we face today. And nevertheless, this country was brave and welcoming, and I wouldn't be where I am today or have any kind of the life that I have today if this was not a brave country that really stood out and spoke for liberty. But to fast forward, Saturday night at SFO was a really warm, wonderful experience, to be honest. I saw so many of you there. I saw so many of friends and family there, and all with the same spirit. And I found that very touching, and I'm glad to see the energy here today and around the world, to know that people are fighting for what's right out there. I think that as we do that, and I've spent time talking to Sundar about it and so forth, I think we need to be smart about it too. And that means bringing in folks who have some different viewpoints and so forth. Maybe it's somebody who you don't agree with on climate change, but nevertheless, there are many rational, thoughtful people out there who maybe they vote Republican or Democrat or Independent or whatever, but are outraged by these kinds of actions. And it's important to be welcoming and reach out to them. In fact, we've been working on doing exactly that. Some of us might even adopt Pence 2017 bumper stickers. But I guess my point being is I think it's important to frame this debate as not being, liberal versus Republican and so forth. It's, a debate about fundamental values, about thoughtful policy making, and many of the other things that I think are apparently not universally adored, but I think the vast majority of the country and of our legislators and so forth support. And I think it's important to frame it in that way and to be inclusive in that way. And sometimes it might be really difficult because I know we have many, many values here that are not necessarily universally shared. But I think these are really special times, and I think it's important to form friendships with many different people. With that, I heard many really powerful stories here, so I don't want to take up any more of your time. But I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and I hope this energy carries forward in many different ways, beyond what just our company can do, beyond what just companies can do, but is really a powerful force and a really powerful movement. Thank you all.
I want to thank Sundar and Sergey, of course, for coming out and talking. And also want to thank the rest of our speakers with their